Born on April 14th, 1990.
Alright, Nick Suriano, wrestler or psychopath? So first of all, the title is crazy. So it's only 5 minutes. I'm gonna give my 2 cents on it. I was his partner when he transferred to Michigan, so I kind of know him on that level. We're not best friends or anything, but I kind of have that. I know a little bit more than what most people. So let's start this.
1997, in Paramus, New Jersey, Nick Suriano's journey began on a wrestling mat when he was just 7 years old. Introduced to the sport by
shout out to Nick Suriano.
His father, Suriano found his calling early in life. By the age of 12, wrestling wasn't just a passion, it was his obsession. And so began the remarkable career of one of the most polarizing figures in modern wrestling. Suriano's dominance was first felt at Bergen Catholic High School. In 4 years, he amassed an unprecedented record: 159 wins, 0 losses, undefeated, unmatched.
I mean, jeez. He beat Spencer Lee in high school, right? I remember that was kind of like the thing. They were going back and forth. Yeah. What was this record? 100 and... Let me see. Bro was undefeated. 155 wins, no losses. Holy shit, dude. Imagine being the guy going up against him. This is your senior year. And they say, all right, bro, go out there. Good luck, man. You're up against Nick Suriano. You see bro's record is 155, no losses, 67 wins. What are you doing? Honestly, me personally, any family member that's coming, I'm going to say, yo, just honestly, you don't need to show up, bro. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that's an insane record.
Unmatched. His work ethic, his precision, and his sheer will to win set him apart from his peers. But it wasn't just his skill that caught attention. It was his unrelenting focus.
He has this laser-like focus, this attention to detail.
His goal is to be a 4-time state.
My bad, guys. I had some technical issues, but we can continue the video.
State champ, be a 4-time undefeated state champ.
Suriano was a man on a mission, even as a teenager. In 2016, Suriano took the next step in his journey, joining the powerhouse wrestling program at Penn State under the legendary coach Cael Sanderson. As a freshman, he showed flashes of greatness.
So he went to Penn State, he went to Rutgers, and then went to Michigan.
Compiling a 16-3 record. But just as the season was gaining momentum, disaster struck.
And now Suriano cuts away and earns the escape, and he's hopping. Something happened.
Ooh.
I rolled my ankle. And he's shaking his head, kind of like...
Ooh, ankles are bad. Especially when that happens mid-match. Oh my gosh. This season I had an ankle injury. I was in a boot. And I was out just with I was out. I couldn't do any physical activities for at least 2 weeks. And I had to come back during the middle of the season just because I had to get out there and wrestle. I had a brace the whole time. And honestly, didn't heal until the end after the season. So this is not looking good.
This is huge, Christian.
A late season ankle injury kept him out of the Big Ten and NCAA championships. For Suriano, the setback was more than physical. It was a challenge to his resolve. Penn State was the best of the best, but Suriano sought a different path. He wanted something more personal, something closer to home. Suriano's
he's from New Jersey.
Decision to transfer to Rutgers University sent shockwaves through the wrestling world. Why leave Penn State?
Yeah, so I've seen something on Flow Wrestling where he's the international man of mystery, and I guess he's always been like this since the beginning, since his whole college career. You can't read bro's mind.
State, a proven championship pro.
It reminds me of the meme, never let them, oh my gosh. I'm butchering so bad. Never let them know your next move. Nick Suriano is the walking version of that.
Program for Rutgers, a team without a single NCAA champion in its history. The answer lay in Suriano's desire to write.
I will say this though, dude's work ethic is unmatched. Holy crap. And it's not even just the work ethic, the whole belief too. He does, he's the kind of guy that does a lot of, listen to vibration music. And he low-key put me on, because honestly, I've been doing that since last season. And I can see it really helps me feel the best before competition and stuff.
Story.
If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you should try it. If people really want to know, just comment it down and I'll let you know.
In 2018, he became an NCAA finalist at 125 pounds, but fell just short, losing to Spencer Lee. The following year, he moved up to 133 pounds and made history.
This was crazy, dude. I did a wrestling upset list, and I put this on there. Fix was #1 seed. Suriano was #3 seed. The way Nick Suriano had that hip heist and got out in 3 seconds, bro. Damn, I feel like this is turning into a Glaze video. Shit, but I'm just telling y'all how it is.
Suriano became Rutgers' first ever national champion, a moment that cemented his legacy. Suriano wasn't just a champion, he was a trailblazer. But he wasn't without controversy. He trained independently, often avoiding team activities. He was intense, meticulous, and unapologetically himself.
Yeah, I second that. That's a fact. But I don't see anything wrong with that, bro. Because at the base, wrestling is an individual sport. So, like, what's the problem with that? And also, dude, this man is unapologetically himself. No cap. Yo, also, I will say he's also pretty selfish when it comes to drills. Like, when when you're wrestling with a partner, you guys go 2-2 or you might do 3-3. This man wants all the reps. He's like especially if he does 2 reps and it's not how he wants it. Oh my gosh! If you don't let him score, he will make himself score. Like, if you don't let him score or like let him do a certain drill the right way. So that's how he is.
That rubbed some people the wrong way. After taking a brief hiatus to focus on freestyle wrestling, people were wondering where the next move for Suriano was. People were guessing Arizona State, while others didn't
Go blue and Arbor.
think he would come back at all.
And come to find out, today, Nick Suriano has entered the transfer portal. The obvious questions are, where is he going to wrestle?
Suriano made his move, this time to the University of Michigan. Many were surprised. Why leave Rutgers after achieving so much? But for Suriano, the answer was simple: growth. At Michigan, Suriano delivered perfection. Competing at 125 pounds, he capped off his collegiate...
Bro, he went on a tear during the NCAA tournament, even Big Tens. I should forget that the whole season he just terrorized the weight class, dude. Oh my gosh. Bro, I'm telling you, if he was to wrestle Spencer Lee at that time, I got my money on Nick, bro. Holy crap. He scored, like, I think half of our team tournament points. Freaking crazy.
Collegiate career with a second NCAA title and an undefeated season. But by now, his pattern was clear. For Nick Suriano, comfort was the enemy.
I see where this is going.
Growth came from constant change.
I just want to ask more about this adventure. Do you wish more people understood you and your adventure? Sometimes I don't feel like people really do understand.
I don't know if I want to be understood.
On the international stage,
That's tough. That's tough. I don't know if I want to be understood. And honestly, that's kind of what it is. Because once you let people, like, affect... Because right now he's been judged so many times. Dude, Nick, what are you doing? You can never stay in one place. All these different things. But he's not letting the outside noise affect him. And honestly, I think that's one of the biggest key to his success. He knows what he needs to do in order to win. And if somebody that's not winning is telling him what to do, then why would he follow? Why would he listen to that? You know what I'm saying? He's been winning since he's been moving and stuff, but he's been winning. So clearly he's doing something right. Kind of wish he stayed at Michigan, but hey, to each his own.
Suriano's unorthodox methods continued to define him, making Handsome Tuesday posts that had people questioning what they were watching.
Oh, it's kind of... He's in... last couple of summers, he was in Cal Poly. One of my good roommates and good friend is in Cal Poly right now too, Chance Limmer. He's transferring to Nebraska now, but he was kind of telling me stories about Nick, how, like, random day, like, I hadn't seen Nick in the room for a while. This was when he was still at Michigan after the NCAA tournament and stuff. And then bro tells me, yo, Nick is out here in Cal Poly and training and stuff. Nobody knew about this. Like, he never said he was transferring or anything. Bro just kind of, like, up and dipped. He's always moving.
Good morning. Are you posting today? It's a holy, handsome Tuesday. Happy birthday, Mom.
Extreme workouts in isolation. He was a mystery to opponents and fans alike, but his results were undeniable. With every win, Suriano added to his legacy. But the question remained: was he a genius, a perfectionist, or simply misunderstood?
So I'm questioning the whole title. Nick Suriano, wrestler or psychopath? So why is psychopath in there? So far this whole video, you haven't mentioned anything that seems psychopathic. Like, I'm dead ass about that. Like, is he a genius or is he misunderstood? Like, that should have been the title. But I get it. Psychopath, you gotta make it clickbait. So I understand that. But nah, for real though, shout out Nick, man. He was my teammate and my training partner. I was his training partner, I should say, in Team 100. That was such a good year. We won Big Tens, second at NCAAs. Wow, man. Time just seems to fly by now.
Nick Suriano's story is one of grit, intensity, and relentless pursuit. From high school phenom to NCAA champion to international competitor, he's left an indelible mark on the sport. Love him or hate him, one thing is certain, there will never be another wrestler like Nick Suriano.
Yo, if y'all are new to the channel, drop a like, drop a follow. I can make more of these reaction videos. I could make it about a lot of different topics. So comment down what you like to see. And let me know your thoughts on Nick. What do you guys think about him? Peace.